I hear that you're also a girl dad.
I am. I have 3 daughters.
Yeah, I have 3 daughters too.
How old are your daughters?
4, 19, and 24.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Daughters are magic.
I have 4 sons too.
I remember reading that.
Yeah, but my daughters are definitely a gift. Definitely a gift, a blessing to behold.
They are the heart for a dad.
It's definitely a different energy.
I agree with that.
I love all my children, but daughters are just special.
Yeah, mine are 16, 14, and 10.
Jeez.
And so they're magical. Fun times. they haven't had. I haven't had any of the experience that sometimes people talk about teenage daughters.
Right.
Now my ex-wife sometimes, I think she gets a little bit more of the blunt end of that. But I mean, my experience has just been the magical energy of daughter love.
Now you say ex-wife.
My ex.
Okay, so when did you get divorced?
I got divorced 7 years ago.
7 years ago. Where were you in the process of Black Hall?
Hadn't even started it.
Hadn't even started.
That's
it.
right. Yeah. Now,
wife wouldn't let you do it, huh?
No. My ex-wife definitely did not love my career because it's very unruly. Like being an entrepreneur. I mean, whether you're a music entrepreneur or a real estate entrepreneur, the life is unpredictable.
You have to move with the money at the speed of opportunity.
She used to say to me, she'd say, "Can't we just have dinner together one night a week?" I say, "Absolutely. I just don't know which day."
And but after you got divorced and she sees the success of Black Hall, what is the consensus now? How does she feel about it?
I don't think she was very happy about the divorce, and I think she's still not happy about the divorce. But they have a great life, and I take as good a care of them as I possibly can. I think their life is really good, and I mean, what do you do when you decide that the life with a particular person is not the life for you?
How do you know that though? Just by disagreement?
No, I think that goes to the wisdom of the body, right? So the wisdom of the body is all the knowledge that you have that's below your neck, right? So the wisdom you get from your chest, the wisdom you get from your gut, and the wisdom you get from your loins. That knowledge base is what
instinct.
It's whatever you want to call it. Like this is the soul.
Right.
This is the feeling. This is the vision. This is the imagination.
Without being coerced by the brain.
I think the brain is overused.
Man, well, maybe more so for some than others.
Fair enough. But I think that the brain is really a tool, and that tool only has value if you're in touch with your heart enough to have a compass.
Yeah.
So your heart gives you imagination and gives you the path toward the life that you dream of.
Okay.
And the brain helps you get there.
Right.
But the brain is terrible at trying to figure out what happiness looks like.
Right. So it's like oddly enough, the heart is vision and the brain is execution.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Right. The heart is what makes you say, I want to tell the world a story.
So tell me what happened? What was it, the moment where you just woke up and say, man, and you speak, like you're very cordial and respectful.
We have a great relationship.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing, even in divorce. In order to be happily married, you must be willing to sacrifice your own wants, wishes, and desires for someone else's. And that goes both ways.
I actually disagree with that.
I do. I mean, that's that. Unless you unless you believe in the whole soulmate, meant to be together, like just running to the person who likes exactly what you like and does exactly what you do. I don't think that's necessary. I mean, I think it's like that for a period of time, but unless you guys are connected cerebrally, you know what I'm saying? And unless your steps are guided by the same passion, by the same ambition, eventually you will evolve into your own individual versions of yourself, and you never know where that lands you. You know what I'm saying? The things that I'm into today, like for instance, a podcast. I wasn't doing a podcast when I first met my wife. You know what I mean? The things that she's deciding to do right now, there's a lot of things that she's doing now that she wasn't doing when we first met.
Right.
So our ambition and our wants and desires and the things that we want for ourselves led us to a place that the other would just have to kind of compromise and deal with it, and unless I guess we would end up like you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think that people should only stay together as long as they have peace and true happiness and joy.
That's temporary.
I don't believe that.
All of that this is like a destination. To me, I feel like what you just said, peace, happiness, joy, that is like an escalator in a mall, okay? You go to a mall and then you're looking for something. It's like, hey, there it is. It's up there. Then you hit the escalator. You're like, oh, man, this is peace. It's happiness. I'm happy. This is real joy. Oh, time to get off. And then you look for the next escalator.
So you think it's really fleeting?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that the more you understand that you don't expect happiness across the board all the time,
right?
The more you understand that, okay, it's gonna be tough times. It's just like, if you ever play football?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. If you play football, you know you're gonna have great games. You're gonna have good plays. You're gonna have bad games. You're gonna lose.
That's right.
You have to practice, be willing to get back up, get back into it. But if you lose a game and you're like, man, fuck it, I don't want to do it anymore, then that means you weren't really meant to play football. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I think of it more like this. If you have great teammates,
okay,
then there's joy in every outcome.
I agree with that as well. We are a culmination of our experiences, and the people around us provide the energy that keep us there. You know what I mean? People around us provide the energy that make us want to stay, make us want to work hard. And the memories that we created in the past is like, okay, man, I don't want to throw all that shit away when I could just like really work at it. I ain't never really thought that, like, if this shit don't work for me, I'm never doing it again. Never doing it again.
No, I get
ever,
that.
Ever.
No, I understand.
Ever. I don't want to even sacrifice, that much of myself to anyone else. I don't want to have to.
But maybe.
I don't want to have to succumb to anyone else.
If
ever
a woman
in life
is asking you to succumb.
Well, no, they don't ask.
No. What I'm saying is, if they're demanding it in their action, then that's unacceptable.
I think every man has to succumb if they want to be happy in marriage. You know what I mean? I think everybody, not even every man, everybody, everyone.
Your thesis,
she succumbs to me, I succumb to her, we succumb to each other.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully you're succumbing together.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what I'm saying? We pick and choose. You know what I mean? We take turns. I think it's her turn right now. I'm the one succumbing at this moment in time.
Well, there's two different theories, right? There's the theory that marriage is something to be endured. And there's a theory that relationships are only intended for as long as they actually have peace, happiness, and joy.
Right.
So
but see, I wouldn't have the peace, happiness, and joy of today if I would have left because of the absence of peace, happiness, and joy last year before, the year before. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, but that required some vision.
True.
So something inside of you said, if I just stick out. So let's go back to the football analogy.
Okay.
Right? If you have great teammates that you trust, that you like warring alongside, that you feel like you can count on, that they have your back, and they're gonna lay down their life to try to get you in that end zone.
That's right.
Right? Then if you lose together, there's still a bond and a beauty. You still have stories for the rest of your life.
Sure.
You still have friendships that survive all outcomes.
Right.
Now, obviously, if you start winning, that's a fun momentum.
But when you lose, you're going to have a shitty time, and nobody's going to enjoy being around each other, and it's really going to be fucked up. Everybody's going to look at everything that everyone else did wrong when you're losing.
That's bad culture.
I mean,
that's bad coaching.
It's human nature.
Well, it's human nature.
It's just like for marriage.
It's human nature unevolved. Right? Because sports in their truest, most beautiful place.
Okay.
We enter the moment and we give everything we possibly can to victory. But then when the whistle when the scoreboard time says 0-0-0, then we shake hands and we go prepared to try to win the next one, whether we won, lost, or otherwise.
This is true.
Because really, that's the place that is often forgotten. And I think entrepreneurs might live in that space even more because entrepreneurs somewhere had a vision.
Right.
And they said, I'm going to go embark on trying to get to that vision.
Right.
Now, what we realize as entrepreneurs is you never actually get to the vision.
It's a process.
It's a process.
It's a journey. Yeah.
But if you're going toward what you really dream about, what your heart really desires,
right,
then you have joy and happiness because you're trying to get where you want to go.
That makes sense.
Right? Whereas if you're
enjoying the process of actually taking the steps that get you closer to what your vision is.
The moment you lose respect in a relationship, the moment you lose vision in a relationship, then you can't have joy in the hardship because you can't imagine the end being worth it. Whereas the reason you can endure everything you've endured as an entrepreneur is because you believed the end would be worth it, even if you've never gotten to the place you really dreamed about.
Right.
Which you've achieved all kinds of your dreams.
Right.
But there might be a place that you haven't got to, but it doesn't matter because you know that you'd rather die trying.
That's right.
Than not go for it.
Hey, man, I can agree with that.